Hello again, everyone. So what are we learning today? In this week's lesson, we'll be learning the movements and the steps for throwing a flying disc, which most of us just call a Frisbee. We'll be using the backhand throw. But first, why? Why are we learning this? We want you to be able to understand the key elements to throw a disc for accuracy and distance, and then to practice using those steps. With this skill, you can play activities like disc golf and ultimate Frisbee, and even just playing catch and creating a game outside with your family and your friends can be a fun way to stay active and healthy. And remember, the more skills like this that you learn, the easier it is to stay active and involved in fun activities and adventures for your whole life. So how will you know if you learned it? Well, when we're done with this lesson, you should be able to identify the key steps to throwing a Frisbee using the backhand movement pattern and see if you could throw using that pattern. But what is the pattern? And what are the steps to throwing a Frisbee backhand with the correct form? I'll go demonstrate. We'll see you in one moment. Hello again, everyone. Again, our goal is to learn the proper backhand technique to throwing a flying disc, aka Frisbee. Backhand's just a little bit easier to learn than the forehand throw, which we'll learn at a later time. So let's start with step one, which is the grip. For the grip, you want to make sure you put your thumb on the top and then curl your other fingers underneath and have kind of a firm grip. Some people prefer to put that pointer finger, that index finger, along the edge or the rim. If we were using the flying ring, thumb goes over the top, other fingers curled underneath, or if you want to use your pointer or index finger. Step two is to put your throwing side to the target. Now this is different from the overhand throw where we point our non-throwing side to the target. So step two, get your throwing side to the target. So I'm throwing with my right hand, so my right shoulder is towards my target. Step three is I'm going to point my elbow at the target. Okay, this does a couple of things. It helps remind you to hold your disc parallel to the ground, so it's flat to the ground. Okay, and it also reminds you to have your arm across your body. Step four is to step towards the target with your front foot or your throwing side foot. And again, this is different than the overhand or underhand throw where we step with the opposite foot. All right, so we're gonna step with the same side. And then step five is actually happening during step four, and you're gonna extend your arm and flick or snap your wrist as you release while you're pointing to the target. Remember to try to keep it flat or parallel to the ground so it doesn't make big flying turns as it goes. Now let's put it together. Step one, check your grip. Thumb, fingers underneath. I kind of like to have my index finger along the edge here, so I'll do that. Step two, throwing side towards the target. Step three is my elbow is up, right? So I remember to cross my body and to keep that Frisbee or disc parallel to the ground. And then step four is step, and at the same time we are extending our arm and flicking or snapping the wrist. All right, grip, side, elbow, step, extend, flick. Now we'll try it with the flying ring. Grip. This one I think I like to just have my fingers curled underneath. I like my index finger there. You'll feel it out. Step two, side of the target. Elbow up. We're going to step, extend, and flick. All right. Now that we know the steps, everyone can play. See you soon.